What's up, my peoples? It's YaHuWaH's Life. Uh, Joining you from rainy Floodlahoma. No, just joking. Let me give honor and prestige to the Most High, the mighty one of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is YaHuWaH. And you see the title, so we're going to get right into it. All right. Heretic. I've been called a heretic plenty of times over the last, 5 or 6 years. Leaving Christianity, of course I got called a heretic, and then leaving the New Testament Messiah altogether, I got called a heretic. Even when I believed in the New Testament Messiah, and I changed his name from Jesus to Yahushua, and had conversations with people that we believe different things of what the word was saying, I would get called heretics then too. There's been multiple times where I asked people who believe in the New Testament that called me a heretic, that if they believe I'm a heretic, then why do they keep circling around back to me when their New Testament verses tell them to leave a heretic alone after you warn them twice. After you warn them once or twice, you're supposed to leave a heretic alone. I believe that's in Titus somewhere. But they don't even follow their own doctrines. But we're going to talk about heretic real quick, and then we're going to get up out of here. All right, so let's look at the definition of heretic. All right, and we're going to look at several definitions. All right, and I'm going to start with the Merriam-Webster. It says, definition of heretic. 1, religion, a person who differs in opinion from established religious dogma. Okay. 2, especially a baptized member of the Roman Catholic Church who refuses to acknowledge or accept a revealed truth. All right. Let's go to dictionary.com, see what dictionary.com says. Heretic, a professed believer who maintains religious opinions contrary to those accepted by his or her church or rejects doctrines prescribed by that church. Well, let's look at 2. Roman Catholic Church, a baptized Roman Catholic who willfully and persistently rejects any article of faith. Okay. And then number 3 on dictionary.com. Anyone who does not conform to an established attitude, doctrine, or principle. Whoa, that right there, I'm gonna have to come back to that. All right, let's look at another one. Let's go to freedictionary.com. Let's see what free dictionary. All right, freedictionary.com says, a person who holds controversial opinions. Hey, that may be me. Well, let's keep going. A person who holds controversial opinions, especially one who publicly dissents from the officially accepted dogma of the Roman Catholic Church. Oh, a heretic is connected to the Roman Catholic Church by definition. All right. So, or somebody who pushes away from the Roman Catholic Church. So I may be a heretic. Let's go look at. Let's see. Let's look at Cambridge. Let's check Cambridge out. All right. Let's see. Cambridge says someone who has an opinion that is opposite to or against the official or popular opinion. Christianity is the most popular religion. I have an opinion that is opposite of that. By definition, here in the Cambridge, I'm a heretic. Another definition they got here, someone who has beliefs that are against the principles of a particular religion. Okay. It's making more sense. When you go look at this stuff for yourself, it makes more sense. And it's for lack of better terms, it's less scary. You know what I'm saying? When you just go look, if you fit the description, you fit the description. What's that saying? If the shoe fit, wear it. Well, I might have to wear this one. I might. Let's see. All right, this is the last one I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna the last site I'm gonna go to. Vocabulary.com. Definitions of heretic. 1, a person who holds religious beliefs in conflict with official dogma, especially of the Roman Catholic Church. So official dogma here in America, the consensus majority is Christianity, even though America is open to all religions. Okay? All right. America is open to all beliefs. They sometimes show bias, though, on certain stuff. Number 2, the second one on vocabulary.com is a person who holds unorthodox opinions in any field, not merely religion. So it's a bunch of us that's heretics is what I'm coming up with, because I mean, for instance, there are people out there that don't believe that the New Testament Messiah was born of a virgin birth. They believe that Joseph is his father. So that would be contrary to popular belief, and that would make those people that believe that way heretics. There's also a group that believe in Mary, or that don't believe in Mary, even though that's a popular belief in America, that Mary is something special with her, with JC's mom, with the New Testament Messiah's mother. All right, that there's something special about her. All right, but if people don't believe that, technically they could be heretics. So I'm just putting stuff out there because I want people to go look, and I want people to think for themselves. All right, this ain't about following Rob. All right, this is about seeking the Most High for yourself. All right, we about to get into a few scriptures that's gonna test all this stuff. All right, we're gonna read over a few things that's gonna test all this stuff. Everybody been looking at Deuteronomy 28 well, not everybody. A lot of people look at Deuteronomy 28 for one passage of scripture, that very last one, 28:68. But if you go into the curses, man, you get a whole bunch of meat in there, and a whole bunch of stuff that is contrary to what is in the New Testament. We're gonna look at a little bit of it, but I want to go back real quick to I think it was dictionary.com. It was one that fit me in dictionary.com. Number 3 in dictionary.com fits me, and I must confess that I'm a self-proclaimed, well, I ain't gonna say I'm a self-proclaimed heretic, but by definition, since I go against the popular religion here, the number 1 religion is Christianity. The number 2 religion is, I believe, Islam. And I go against both of them. I mean, I'm opposed to both of them. I don't agree with both of them. You know, I don't agree with different, a whole bunch of different beliefs. Buddhism, I don't believe in yoga. I mean, all that stuff. I believe you can do the yoga as an exercise, but when you add the spiritual part to it, I believe a person is in error. I believe a person is going against the Most High's word when they add the spiritual part to the yoga, to the exercises. But that's just me. That's my opinion. And if my opinion makes me a heretic, well, I'm gonna accept, this particular definition. Anyone who does not conform to an established attitude, doctrine, or principle, that would fit me right there. All right. So let's go look at a few things real quick. All right, so we went over the heretic definition, and we've concluded that by definition, a lot of us are heretics. By definition, you know what I'm saying? And so to call somebody a heretic, when for a heretic to call somebody a heretic, that would be hypocrisy in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's see here. Most High willing, you know what I'm saying, we'll get to go back to Israel when he gathers us, or if our time is up, when he revitalizes the dry bones and resurrects them. All right, his people will get to go back to the land, and when we get back to the land, because we're in captivity right now. All right, we're somewhere. This is not. We're under the rule of people who are not our people. All right, and so we go by rules that the Most High didn't establish. So at the end of the day, we are not our own. But when we get back in our land and we can go by the rules that the Most High established, there won't be a heretic, or there won't be any heresy, because what we believe will be the law of the land. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we waiting on right there. We waiting to get to go home. All right, and we ain't gonna get to go home because until people figure out who we are and do their part. You're gonna have to confess and repent to the Most High and believe in Him only. All right. So I got 3 questions. All right, that I was just logically sitting and thinking as I was reading through some scriptures and saying, how does the New Testament Messiah fit in with this stuff? And I've been saying it here and there in some of my videos, but I got 3 questions I came up with. Man, this stuff, this stuff right here, boy. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid and I'm talking out of my dumbness. I don't know. All right, but at the end of the day, I mean, my dumbness is my dumbness, right? I guess I gotta own it. I gotta look in the mirror and own that stuff, don't I? All right, but here's my first question. All right, how can Israelites be identified if not by the curses? All right, so the New Testament Messiah, all right, it was said that, he, came down to take the curses off of us. But according to the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, we are identified by those curses. So I don't know if I would want a New Testament Messiah to take the curses off of us, because then we fully lose our identity, right? And then the reset will never happen. The Father will never gather us if we never see the error of our ways. So, all right, I wrote it in a note right here. It says, all right, the Father set it up for us to be identified by these curses in the latter days, according to Deuteronomy 28. He said for all time in verse 46. Let's read verse 46 real quick. All right. And it's connected to verse 45. You have to read verse 45 to get the full understanding of verse 46. So I'm gonna just read it. And I did this in my last video, but there's more meat on the bone here. So we gonna continue to carve this puppy up. We don't want to carve a puppy up. That would be an abomination. But anyway, we gonna continue to get this kosher meat off this kosher bone. All right. All these curses shall befall you. They shall pursue you and overtake you until you are wiped out, because you did not heed YaHuWaH, your mighty one, and keep the commandments and laws that he enjoined upon you. See, he put the curses and law. He put the commandments and the laws upon us. That's an unbreakable covenant. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Most High is concerned, that's why we got to keep getting punished. All right, that's why we got to keep getting punished, because that's an unbreakable law. Yeah, he chose us. He chose us. So we agreed to it. We agreed to the contract. So he just gonna keep on with the punishment until he get to a group of people that's gonna remember him and worship him and him alone. All right. It says 46. They shall serve as signs and proofs against you and your offspring for all time. So if the New Testament Messiah came, for all time is a lie. Y'all willing to ride with that? And I'm sure there are people out there saying, "Oh, there's a perfectly logical explanation for this." Yada yada. Look, what I see right here is either or. It's either or. That's what I'm looking at. All right. It's clear that that's what we're supposed to look for, is the curses upon ourselves. That's what will make us come back to the remembrance of ourselves, is these curses. Why that's in the book. But if the salvific son of the New Testament removed the curses, then we can't claim to be the people. Do y'all understand how serious that is? We can't claim to be the people. We can't say that we are coming to our senses. You know what I'm saying? If the curses was removed and we just, normally going through stuff. Bottom line, in my opinion, is we still cursed. Excuse me. My life been rough. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people whose lives of all colors have been tough. But my life, my descendants' lives, man, my bloodline, well, we've been struggling. You know, according to stories from my grandparents and my parents, you know, from days of old, man, my bloodline's been rough on both sides. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see the confusion by saying that the New Testament Messiah came to be a curse to remove the curses or whatever. However they say that over there in Christianity. But I simply no longer agree. I disagree with that, and if that makes me a heretic by definition of disagreeing with what they say about the New Testament Messiah, then I guess that's just what it's going to be. Everything is connected to Israel, not the New Testament Messiah. That's my opinion. All right, number 2, the second question. If the salvific son cleared Israel of the curses, then Deuteronomy 28:46 must be a lie. I don't think Deuteronomy 28:46 is a lie. All right, I think it's the truth. So, but with me, there's clear friction between Deuteronomy 28, the whole chapter, and the New Testament Messiah. There's clear friction there if you go read and study Deuteronomy 28. They do not align. And I mean, people can say what they want to say. Now, the last question I got. All right, the last one I got. It says, what about the old covenant? Is it abandoned and forgotten by the Most High? If the salvific son cleared Israel of the curses, then why did YaHuWaH put Leviticus 26 verses 38 through 46 in his word? There would be no need for many of the verses that are in Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26 to be there if there was a New Testament Messiah coming to cleanse us of all that. Verses 42 and 45 sure don't look like that he done away with the covenant. So let's go over to Leviticus 26 real quick. Let's go backwards. All right, Leviticus 26. I want to go to, let's see here. 42. It says, then will I remember my covenant with Jacob. I will remember also my covenant with Isaac and also my covenant with Abraham, and I will remember the land. All right, so he's going to remember the covenant. All right. Let's go back up to 38. All right, so we can get some meat in there. It says, but shall perish among the nations. All right, let's go to 37. I'm sorry. With no one pursuing, they shall stumble over one another as before the sword. You shall not be able to stand your ground before your enemies. This is the Most High talking to Israel. But shall perish among the nations, and the land of your enemies shall consume you. I don't know what y'all been looking at, all right? But if you pay attention to history, what's happened to the Negro on all continents, or just about all continents anyway, the four corners of the earth, man, we haven't had it good. All right? Just by history, just by telling history. All right? Those of you who survive shall be heartsick over the iniquity in the land of your enemies. More, they shall be heartsick over the iniquities of their fathers. See, those of us today, we talk about it often, how we wish that our ancestors would have just listened. and that's what that verse is saying right there. All right. And by the way, I'm reading the Jewish Bible, New JPS translation Tanakh. All right. It says, where'd I leave off at? Okay. 40. And they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers, in that they trespassed against me, yea, were hostile to me. All right. We are supposed to confess our iniquity and the iniquity of our fathers. Where does the New Testament Messiah tell us to do that? To confess the iniquity of our fathers. Where does the New Testament Messiah tell us to do that? All right, 41. When I, in turn, have been hostile to them and have removed them into the land of their enemies, then at last shall their obdurate heart humble itself, obdurate heart humble itself, and they shall atone for their iniquity. Whoa! Who's going to atone for our iniquity? The New Testament Messiah or ourselves? See, the answers we seek is in the Word if we'll go look. Now, those of y'all that just heard that or read it for yourselves, all right, in Leviticus 26, you got to look in the mirror. And you got choices, though. If you still believe in the New Testament Messiah, that's fine. That's your choice. But do that with that, keep that energy over there. This is for those that are coming out of that belief. All right? My videos are for those who are looking for information to get them closer to the Father. We don't need an intermediary. We can go directly to the Father. The Father, He's not going to punish the intermediary on Judgment Day for us, just like He didn't 2,000 years ago, in my opinion. He gonna judge us. Our lives are a proving ground. What we do is going to show and prove who we are. So when judgment comes, the Father either going to let us dwell on the earth at the end forever or not. We either going to be worthy of life forever or not. And the Father going to have the final say, not an intermediary man. And then it says here in 42, I mean, man, they shall atone for their iniquity in 41. That's tough. That's tough. Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob. After we atone for our iniquity, that's when He gonna remember the covenant. But we'll never get to Him remembering the covenant if we keep believing in the New Testament Messiah. Because that means He atoned for our iniquity and we didn't. That's why I don't believe in Him. Now, I believe a prophet came and existed, but I don't believe all the fantastic stories about him. And there are some that I'm some of my brethren and some other people that I'm cool with that they don't even believe he existed. But that doesn't sever our relationship, because at the end of the day, we still believe in YaHuWaH only. It's that simple. And also my covenant with Abraham, and I will remember the land. For the land shall be forsaken of them, making up for its Shabbat years by being desolate of them, while they atone for their iniquity. For the abundant reason that they rejected my rules and spurned my laws. Yet even then, when they are in the land of their enemies, I will not reject them or spurn them so as to destroy them, annulling my covenant. He did not annul the covenant. Yeah, man, I hope y'all reading this and seeing this. For I, YaHuWaH, am their mighty one. He chose us. If you go look at, I believe it is Deuteronomy chapter 7, He chose us. Deuteronomy chapter 14, He chose us as his people. We are His witnesses. Isaiah, I believe Isaiah 45, it's somewhere in them Isaiah 40s. Where He said we are His witnesses. Israel and Jacob is His witnesses. Let's see. Verse 45. I will remember in their favor the covenant with the ancients, whom I freed from the land of Egypt in the sight of the nations to be their mighty one. I, YaHuWaH. All right, so there you have it. You either going to believe what the Most High said, or you're going to believe, all the other stuff in the New Testament. They don't align. There's friction. All right. So that's just what it is on my end. So one more thing I want to look at, going back to Deuteronomy 28. The New Testament Messiah does not align with this stuff, y'all. And if you still believe so, then that's okay. We'll agree to disagree. All right? But you keep that energy over there on your platform. All right? 64. YaHuWaH will scatter you among all the peoples from one end of the earth to the other, and there you shall serve other gods, wood and stone, whom neither you nor your ancestors have experienced. That verse right there is a blow to all those that think Esau is the white man. All right? Because our fathers knew Esau. Esau was Jacob's brother. This says we will be in a land that is that our fathers did not know. All right? And then the very next verse, though, is the verse I wanted to hit. It says, yet even among those nations you shall find no peace, nor shall your foot find place to rest. YaHuWaH will give you there an anguished heart and eyes that pine and a despondent spirit. All right? And so that just, to me, tells us, that we the people. And since we the people, now we gotta navigate through these verses and see, we gotta make the stuff in the New Testament fit or not. It either fits or it don't. And the New Testament Messiah does not fit in Deuteronomy 28 or Leviticus 26. But I'm sure there's a bunch of people out here that wanna keep their belief, and that's fine. All right? But you go over there and disprove these scriptures on your platform. You don't get to come over here and do it. I'm sharing with those who are looking for the Father alone, who's trying to be obedient and seek Him. All right, and trying to do His will. So, hey, we ain't perfect, but we working toward perfection because that's what He wanted. Job was considered a perfect man. All right, Daniel was considered perfect. So, I'm just trying to, trying to figure this thing out myself and share the information that I'm finding. Share the information that has been shown to me and given to me. The New Testament Messiah does not align with this, with Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. And if that makes me a heretic, then I guess I'll have to eat that. That's crow I'll have to eat. But there are certain beliefs that other people believe that makes them a heretic, and they need to go ahead and fess up and eat that crow themselves. Because if they don't, they're hypocrites, and people don't need to be listening to them anyway. Everybody got all these questions and don't want to go answer the questions for themselves because they ain't willing to change their belief. And I'm a do a video on the fear threshold too, because there's some scriptures in the New Testament that make people afraid to go look. So hey, that's the end of this video. Hopefully everybody is doing well. I hope you guys have a marvelous weekend. Continue to seek, continue to go look for yourselves, and just kneel down and call on the Father and ask Him to help you, lead you, and guide you. The steps of a good man or woman are ordered by YaHuWaH. All right? Much love, y'all. Shalom.